is everywhere, in our homes and around our communities. But do you ever really step back to see the big picture?
It's art with a meaning.
In New York City, this 20,000 square foot piece of art has a very special meaning. A thank you to our medical community for their sacrifices.
They have left their legacy because they gave the legacy of service.
This mural with a meaning pays honor to a physician who lost his life treating patients during the pandemic.
We will remember him as one of the pioneers in the Dominican and the medical community in underserved areas.
A painting with a positive message. You just have to keep your eyes open for the big picture and discover what's truly good to know.
There's nothing that brings me more joy than making people laugh.
We know together we can be unstoppable.
I think because it's like planting seeds of kindness and you know that it's going to grow.
We're just growing relationships. It's really been really special.
You're going to have some ups and downs. You're going to have some failures that you think is failures, but they end up being blessings. So we got a blessing.
Hey everybody, this is Good to Know. I'm your host, Lindsay Boach, and we have stories from all across the country of people using their artistic and creative talents to spread positivity. And we start with an entrepreneur in Tennessee who has a t-shirt business that's doing good.
We wanted this shirt to kind of like showcase everything that Nashville has been doing with the protests and with our movement.
Lifelong Nashvilleian Carlos Party says the city's Black Lives Matter protests will go down in history.
I remember a time growing up, you were afraid to do things of these certain acts. You wouldn't want to go out and protest. You just didn't feel like you could, or you didn't have anybody that felt the same way that you did. So now that we have tens of thousands of people feeling the same way, I think Nashville is growing in a better way.
The entrepreneur runs clothing brand Cashville Etc. 3 new shirts feature photos from the June 4th protest.
We've done a lot of t-shirts that have helped a lot of people, or people felt like they connected to them really well. But this one right here, I feel like it's going to be the most intriguing one.
I never saw the end of the line. It was crazy.
Jeff Shibley took the featured photographs.
Facial expressions, signs, people talking to the police, so many different colors. It was beautiful. Just being in the midst of everything and everybody.
Jeff took 637 photos during the march.
I just got to walking and I just started feeling like just moments, and it was just like, I need to capture this.
The Friends are donating 30% of the profits here to Gideon's Army, a local activist group for Black youth.
I believe they need the support from the community and also from everyone around us.
And while Carlos and Jeff want the t-shirts to sell, what they really want to come out of this moment in time is for everyone to feel like they're worth something.
We don't want to be looked at as lesser. We don't want to be valued any different. We're people just like any other color. That's the main thing that I want people to see out of this.
Two Lexington moms that are a force to be reckoned with.
We know together we can be unstoppable.
When it comes to spreading messages of love and tolerance.
We're all about empowering and inspiring, and we want to do our part by giving back. And the way to do that is we are invested in what's going on in the community around us.
Karen Gomez and Merrick Carbajal launched t-shirt printing company Two Mother Hustlers back in November. They make shirts about kindness and promoting causes like organ donation awareness, pride, and Black Lives Matter.
We have to take a stand that it's not okay. And as a community, we all have to be in and say it has to stop today. So I think it's very critical that white people, brown people, black people, we're all there and we're all representing for the same thing, that Black lives do matter.
Together we rise. I understand that I'll never understand, but I stand are just a few of their shirts that are popular right now as the fight for social justice continues. $6 of each $20 shirt goes to an organization supporting the Black community.
Over the last several weeks, we've done $1,800 given back into community. Not the numbers that we want to see. We want the community to help us grow.
But I just want to give as much as I can give.
The women say they just want to do their part and they hope their shirts bring people together.
A tattoo artist in Nashville is giving back, and it's good to know.
It's something that I can do and jump on the ball with doing right now.
Like many others, Colby Hunter is watching the future of this country unfold. But he now wants to use his skills and ink to help erase hateful actions from the past.
It's free cover-ups of racist tattoos that people have that if they have made that turn in their lives and want to change their ways, I would help them out with that and make time for it.
He was inspired by an artist in Ohio and others in Nashville wanting to cover up racist tattoos. He made the announcement on social media as one small way to help. Hunter stresses there'll be a vetting process.
I would like to hear people's stories. It's not just free cover-ups for people that are still actively racist.
But not everyone agrees to this approach. One local artist tells me it's not a good idea to do it for free. Alicia Morozic made a name for herself as the first Black licensed tattoo artist in Nashville. She says the industry, while rebellious in nature, is notorious for not valuing dark-skinned artists or clients.
A way that you can help is to offer a free tattoo to somebody that's dark-skinned that you've denied over the years. You can apprentice a Black artist.
Morozic is not against covering up racist tattoos. She just wants to see more done. The owner of Safe House Tattoo for One is offering the same service, but is asking for a $100 donation to a group supporting the Black Lives Matter movement.
Is a perfect way to give that person an action to show that they're actually about change and not just out for a free tattoo.
Hunter says he understands the viewpoint. For now, he hasn't received any requests, but hopes what everyone is doing will leave a permanent mark.
Hopefully some change comes about.
A teacher in Arizona looking to inspire her students got some good for the school when the community came out to support them.
In the past few weeks, we've seen students by the hundreds, demonstrators by the thousands, rallying for justice, acceptance, and accountability.
My heart just was hurting, I think.
Alhambra High School English teacher Rosanna Orta felt their pain. She knows what it's like, wanting to be seen and heard.
I'm Latina, and I grew up in Arizona public school system here, and I know how absent my narrative was in my education. I just remember thinking I have to do something.
So she did what all teachers do, started educating herself.
I wanted to do more work in the area of Black literature because it's an area I don't know enough about.
She turned to classroom crowdfunding site Donors Choose, asking for books by Black authors, Latinx authors, and literature of multiple perspectives to add to her classroom library. Within hours, dozens of books worth more than $2,000 were on their way.
Their narrative was there, and that changes the way they respond.
Orta was recently featured on Good Morning America and has 2 more book club projects going so students can start their own discussions.
Why is it so important for all students to be exposed to different voices and to that diversity in the classroom?
Well, it's the issue of humanity, right? Like, if we don't hear a narrative, it doesn't exist.
Inside a massive warehouse in Midtown Cleveland, volunteers are hard at work, sorting, packing, sanitizing. For the last 5 years, the Kids Book Bank has been putting free books in the hands of children throughout Northeast Ohio. More than 2 million books, to be exact.
This organization was founded on the notion that 2 out of 3 low-income kids do not own a single children's book. We're all about equity and making sure that all kids have access to books and can become successful readers.
They want to learn, they want to read, Sometimes they don't have access.
These new and used books, sorted by age and academic need, are distributed in a variety of ways. The book bank partners with schools, churches, and food banks to hand them off. And this spring, they deliver to 115 pandemic-approved childcare centers. When the pandemic hit, the operation had to shut down, a struggle for co-founder Judy Payne. She worried about kids slipping behind when schools closed.
During the summer, low-income kids lose 2 to 3 months of reading achievement, and what I tend to say is this has been the longest summer on record. I mean, this summer started in March. So kids really need books now.
The book bank is back open now, the same but different. Volunteer shifts are cut in half, books are sanitized, and stations are set apart to social distance. The joy of reading and spreading that love. That's one thing that hasn't changed.
I can tell you that our shifts in June are largely full. People love coming here and have missed it, and it's fun.
More amazing artists on the way, including one who turns tragedy into beauty. It's good to know.